Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend. Yeah, I had planned to do the 6 hours at Imola, but couldn't find a teammate, and last night was removed from the roster. So, yeah, and given that it's a nice sunny day today, I think I'll just do my usual stream and 2 hours time, take my furries out for a walk. So that would be that, folks. Okay, time to get to doing some stuff here, I guess. Next week's Trackalicious race will be on Circuit of the Americas, also known as CODA. So I guess I need to start working on a setup for this. Okay, and given that this is on warm tires, I'm gonna be slightly worried here. Ooh, that gotta be good. Okay, let's try this again. It was also a Moza update. I had to recalibrate the wheel, and I can't put my finger on it, but something's different. Yeah, I mean, yes, the tires are still very cold. Okie dokies. And again. Okay, so definitely we are going to have to work this a bit in things. Let's try to get the temperatures up a bit before making any hasty changes, but definitely going to need to make it a little bit safer on cold tires. Yeah, it doesn't grip. There, I have a feeling there's not enough weight on the front. And the rear just wants to leave. And that's with my tires at 80 something now. They should be sticking. Whoa. Yeah, this is not gonna work out for me. Okay, let's give this another go. Already, this is much more balanced. Still kind of doesn't want to turn there. And he did not want me passing him. Okay. And sometimes the AI is so aggressive. Yeah, he's very aggressive.
That time was a 2:30.10.
Okay, I'm not liking either of these. Ooh. Okay. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Okay, so Coda seems to be a track that it's gonna give me a hard time. Too bad, because I love this track, but we're definitely gonna have to change some things. Well, his braking scared the bejesus out of me.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Ah. I missed the notification.
It's all good. Hellos, Justin. How are you?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. So what are you up to today?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Nothing right now. Might jump on in a bit though.
Okay. What are you planning on doing if you're jumping on in a bit?
Justin Slim Friesen says. 3H Fuji.
But that's on iRacing, right?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yup.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, I mapped the button here. I remembered to do it.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Nice.
No, 95 is good.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Did you enter the Imola race?
No. I was taken off the roster in the ZRL thing. And it's a nice sunny day. And I feel like at 4 o'clock I'll be heading out with the furries before it gets dark. So, nah. It's a bummer, you know.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Fair enough.
Well, I wanted to do team stuff because watching Dale and GC seemed like fun, but like ZRL doesn't have any average driver hypercar drivers. You know, Larson and company are fighting for what, maybe second position. So they're probably happy that I didn't join them because that would not have been the case. I would have been just happy to participate and finish wherever I would have finished. So I think I'm going to get out of the ZLR Enduro team since there is no team for me. So Packers, ride height.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah, I feel yacht.
Okay, big differences here though. And on the wing. And here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's see here. Let's redo this then. Let's load this. Let's compare it to this one. See how things are different. Because even with my tires warmed up, either the front doesn't grip and I plow into a corner, or the rear loses grip. So I have to figure out how to balance this car out. This track is not easy. Whereas on Interlagos, it just feels like I'm on rails. This feels like, okay, I can't brake too much, I can't throttle too much, can't zigzag too much, can't do nothing. Maybe I can keep up with the GT3s, maybe. So let's bring this down. I would like to add some camber. Like to bring the brakes down a bit. This needs heat. Yeah, let's bring... No, the front... I'll bring up the rear. Seems like there's not enough weight on the front.
Justin Slim Friesen says. BTW. I believe that you get a code for 1 free month of iRacing if you get a year-long sub with CDA. Just letting you know in case you're interested.
Thanks. I know you guys are trying hard to convince me, but I just can't afford it at this time. Like, I used the money you guys sent me to buy myself a new vacuum cleaner because mine is... It kind of smells burnt when I use it, and it makes all kinds of noises. So I'm guessing the motor's about to catch fire.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I'm not. Just giving info.
So I just ordered myself today a new vacuum since I think my motor's about to catch fire. But I also need a new microwave. Need a new battery for the car. I want to get my new wheel mid-June. You know, there's still a couple of things that will prevent me from getting...
Justin Slim Friesen says. TBH. I think you'd hate iRacing.
Well, honestly, from what I saw, I keep seeing in Glenn's thing there, I'm not liking... Well, I don't know. But seems every time somebody wipes out, it's more under control. They seem to be having more traction on the grass and ground because they just don't go flying off into the barriers like I'm doing here in LMU. You know, it seems like they're rubbing the ground a lot more, creating friction and not just running, flying off.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Driving standards are better there.
Okay, I want to try this.
Justin Slim Friesen says. It's a different mentality.
You know, because in the back of my mind, you know, I'd like to team up with you and Glenn. You know, let's do team events, all three of us. I really like Glenn. Except I'm not a Mustang driver. Nor am I a Mercedes driver.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Me either. LOL.
Nor am I a GT driver for that matter, but I'm willing to do compromises. I don't know what I'm doing. One-handed driving is not practical. Okay, let's try to see if this car will hold to the track here without going all over the place. Will it actually turn here? Ooh, dang. Okay, that turned sharp. Okay, track limits, lap will not count. Thank you so much for turning for me. But I got a lot of toe in to do that, I guess.
Justin Slim Friesen says. iRacing is very pricey for the first couple years. After you build up the content that you want, cars and tracks I mean, then it's not much more than LMU with R Pro Plus.
Yeah, I know, that's what scares me, because I'm gonna want to have tracks. Cars is another issue, you know. But then, like you guys told me, I won't be able to get a hypercar until I get my ranking up or something, and God knows I love ranking stuff up. I was like, what? I'm gonna have to buy a car in the meantime that I rank up, a car that I like or dislike
Justin
the
Slim
most.
Friesen says. You can get it. But you can't do the official series.
Well, whatever that means. You can have it. You can run around all by yourself on the track. You just can't
Justin Slim
participate in
Friesen
races.
says. You can do any special events though.
Which side do I need to turn the most? Whoa, what was this? Wow, that was a weird sensation. My car just seemed to locked up on the rear left more than the rear right. It's like both wheels, one wheel locked up and the other one didn't. Sending me kinda sideways. But I was braking straight on pavement, so I'm confused. I'm guessing there's some sort of explanation that there's more beads on the right side than on the left side. Whatever. Might be one of those tracks that the bop is all messed up on this car. I'm losing it for no reason. I'm not even heavy footing on the accelerator. And my tires are like 96 degrees in the rear, really. And I don't have more traction than that. Man, this track is not easy for this car. The next Trackalicious next Friday is here.
Lap 2, 30.32.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Coda is a chore to drive.
Well, see, the rear is just losing it. I don't know what to do. Like, I already put 4 Packers. Seems like I'm gonna have to put 2 more.
Justin Slim Friesen says, what setup?
Well, this is the safe. I tried the aggressive. It's even worse. Balance was keeping me more stable, easier to turn, but I'm still losing it. And it's not like my tires are like at 20 degrees, but it feels like it. You know, this is the kind of stuff you expect when your tires are 20 to 30 degrees. Oops. There was a Moza update for my wheelbase and in wheel today. Can't put my finger on it either, but something's different. I don't know what. But feels like...
Justin Slim Friesen says, the safe one I shared is not the same and the in-game CDA one. I almost certain of that. Might wanna try it out.
Yeah, you told me that. You told me that the safe is not the same. Usually I like the aggressive though. The aggressive is the one that kind of works best for me on Imola and on the Interlagos. So that's the first thing I tried here, and man, it would not turn. I kept losing it everywhere for no reason.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Alright. Fair enough.
Then I tried the safe. It was a little bit better, turns a little bit better, but still losing that rear every now and then. Then I tried the
Justin
Interlagos.
Slim Friesen says. Coda is just such a sketchy track.
Then I tried the Interlagos here. Turning was awesome, but still losing the rear. So, all three settings, the rear just plays tricks on me. Let's give it, especially through here where I'm just coasting and trying to change directions, and then the rear just doesn't want to follow. Well, this seems to be better. Just need a bunch of packers in the front. Maybe I also need to step in the spring in the front. The third arm spring. And maybe soften the rear a bit. Whoa, dude, I'm there. What is this guy doing? Man, AI plays so rough with me. I remember once ZRL saying, "Ah, man, the AI always goes out of its way not to hit you." I didn't do any comments, but I was scratching my head because he must not be having the same AI. This kind of feels better. Still feels a little bit vague, like I'm turning, but the car's not necessarily turning as much. So feels like the front, I'm pushing the front. This feels a lot better. I think. I often say that and then I come into a corner and just lose it. It's turning wide there. And this is not going to be an easy track to pass cars on.
That time was a 2:02.50.
Okay, if I can make it around the track, I'm gonna save this setup. When is the 3 hour of, I was gonna say Fiji, but Fuji? Same thing. Both of them are in the Pacific. Oh man. Safety braking for Mustang and my rear goes. But it's much better than it was. I'm gonna put it harder in the front. Softer in the rear. And I also want, let's unlock this. So we're gonna change that. I know, weird, right? Having more camber on one side than on the other. I'm guessing my car is gonna pull to one side or the other in a straight line. Still haven't answered me when is the Fiji race. Guessing it's in 4 minutes. Too bad you don't stream, I could have watched it. I guess.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I used to stream.
Oh, not this Mustang again. What? Practice is already over? Hopefully it keeps my changes, right? Because that actually felt good. Okay, it's unlocked and it kept it. Okay. Let's go out to qualifying then. Whoa! Okay, seems I'm gonna have to learn something here at some point. Seems I keep doing something I should not be doing there. Either downshifting at the wrong time, which you kind of need to downshift. Coasting, maybe I need to have slightly brakes. I need to keep my foot on the accelerator slightly. It does not like changing directions.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Well, I just missed the Fuji race."
I'm sorry, dude. I figured it'd be something around 3 o'clock.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Next one is 11 a.m. tomorrow morning for me."
Oh, well, that ain't so bad. You can do that Sunday, 11 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time I start streaming tomorrow afternoon, you'll be finished your race. Although that's Central Time or Mountain Time. So, I don't know how to do the hour conversions. I'm guessing you'll miss the first hour of my stream.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "It's 1 here now."
Yeah, 2 hours difference. Whoa!
Puki2488 says, "Hey.
Hey, Pookie. I finished rearranging my roles and stuff in Discord. Let me know what you guys think, if it's working or not. So 1 o'clock. So if you finish at 2 o'clock, it'll be in an hour's. Okay, so no, you're gonna completely miss my stream tomorrow. Because you'll be finished, because it's 1 o'clock.
Cookie2488 says, if it was supposed to only show me sim racing section, then yes.
Yes, it is supposed to only show you the sim racing section. So you should not be able to see me in my voice channel if you did not select streamer. You should not be seeing Eden AI channels. You should not be seeing the gacha games, Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact. Unless you selected those roles, and if you select those roles, then you should see it appear. And you can select them and unselect them. And hopefully it just makes Discord a little bit less convoluted. But I also think that I set it up so that people that come in only see the sim racing section, because that's all I've been doing lately anyways, so.
Cookie2488 says, well, I also see Wuthering Waves in the stream voice chat, so.
Well, then it's not working adequately. You should only be seeing those if you selected those roles.
That time was a 2:03.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yeah, clicking them changes nothing for me.
You still see everything? The AI channels?
Cookie2488 says, I don't know, but I don't really care.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help me out. Because I'm trying to set it up so that if you don't have the role, you don't see it. Because obviously neither of you two are interested in Wuthering Wave stuff. So why should you see that section of Discord? If neither of you are interested in AI stuff, then why should you see the AI stuff? That's why I made those roles, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yup. No channels added, or removed no matter if I react or unreact.
So you still see them all? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Bummer. Turn, turn, turn. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go back and have a look at it.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I don't know if I see them all. But nothing changes.
Well, do you still see the green channel?
Puki2488 says. Even worse than me, Justin, I at least don't see the AI chat.
The AI green button with Eden and her text channel. Then you have the Wuthering Wave Gotcha section. Then you have the streamer section where you can see that I'm in the voice channel if you select the streamer or live stream. Otherwise, you guys, if you don't have the role, you should not be seeing those channels.
04.79.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I see the streamer, but not the others.
You don't see the sim racing section or the AI section or the gotcha section. Is it working all wonky? You click one thing and it shows you something else.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I'll screenshot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to the garage here after this lap. Because being the owner of Discord, I have access to all the channels at all times. But I was trying to set it up that you can select what you're interested in and only have access to those parts. Okay, this seems to be an even safer setup. Okay, let me see here.
Puki2488 says. Is it supposed to update like in a couple of minutes or instant?
I don't know if you have to leave the thing and come back, but I see that you see the gotcha games down there. So in theory...
Justin Slim Friesen says. I just had all the other channels muted anyways.
Okay, so the roles, so you should not be seeing the AI assistant if you did not click that. You should not be seeing the gotcha games if you don't have the role for that. You should not be seeing these if you did not do the live stream thing. And these are the general that everybody has access to. But depending on the roles, you should have access or not to these things here. So I'm kind of confused.
Justin Slim Friesen says. That was with no reactions at all.
Dang, okay. So it's not working as intended. Bummer.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I'll screenshot with all reactions.
Well, you already seem to have access to everything, so...
Puki2488 says. I selected AI and I can say it ain't working. Justin Slim Friesen says. Literally no change.
Yeah, literally no change. Okay, dang it. That's why I hate doing these things. I'm too old for this stuff.
Puki2488 says. But let's not judge right away, let's wait a sec or two.
No, if it's not working adequately, then I need to rework it.
Justin Slim Friesen says. It's not a big deal.
Well, it is, because I'm trying to clean it up for you folks that, you don't have to scroll through or down through and stuff that you're not interested in.
Justin Slim Friesen says. We can just mute the channels we don't want.
Yeah, that's too complicated for most folks that come in there and see, what the hell is this about? I thought this was a sim racing community. Why am I seeing the AI stuff? Or the gacha game stuff?
Puki2488 says. Or close the folders or what it is called.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make it cleaner for somebody who's never been here and comes in and knows exactly where to start typing stuff up about stuff. I thought I did that and it was working, but apparently it's not. I kind of need to create myself another Discord account, I guess, so that I can join my Discord and see how things work and not work. But see, that's another pain in the butt. Okay, custom setups. Let's save this as 2.2. And let's assign this one. This is what I'm working with currently.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I'm in too many Discords anyway. I'll just leave. LOL.
Oh, shut up. Make things even more complicated for me now. No, because there's also a way that, yes, if you're on YouTube, you get a notification, but I can also send a notification through Discord when I go live. So if you don't get one, you could get the other one. But if you don't select a streamer...
488 says. I have every server muted except friends servers.
So if you don't want that notification and you don't select the live stream role, then you should not get that notification, if you know what I mean. So I'm trying to set up different things, but it's not working as intended.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Same here, Puki.
Well, whether they're muted or not, I still get SimGrid notifications when there's a race night. And every once in a while I get some random old thing that Discord that I join, push a notification. And the other day I forgot to mute a DIY channel that I was on, because for the past 6 months I never received any notification. Then I got like 6, 7 of them, one after the other, because somebody got into their Discord and was spamming their OnlyFans channel. So by the time I got around to looking at it, it was all deleted. Why is my thing not... Why did it not load up my livery? That's a pain in the butt.
Justin Slim Friesen says. That was you Jeeps, wasn't it?
Yep,
LOL.
it was. You'd be surprised how many people have asked me to have an OnlyFans site. Well, okay, maybe not in the past 6 months or whatever, but in the past 2 years, I have like 6 or 7 people that ask me if I had an OnlyFans. So you know what? The next time Glenn asks, where he should be streaming, that's what I'm going to suggest. You should try streaming to OnlyFans. Anything here for hypercars? People really seem to be hating the hypercars. Oh man, my favorite track. That's the only one. No Barcelona practice. So yeah, it's like 2 servers up. See, we don't even know if he has tire warmers. See, this is the other reason why I want to leave the GT3 team thing. Every time I go to select a livery, I have to go through all of these that are all the same thing to get to mine. Oh, it's fixed setups on top of that. Wow. He's got tire warmers, but it's fixed setups. On hypercars, that's just stupid. That makes no sense.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah. It's annoying how LMU laid this out.
Man, they're still fixing stuff in this, but they introduced so many bugs or errors or whatnot with this last update. It's just crazy. And I've done Interlagos so much, I don't want to do it. I've been practicing here for 2 weeks. I've been racing here for 2 weeks. And we're going to be racing here again next Thursday.
Justin Slim Friesen says, you should be able to choose a default livery so it always shows in the first slot or something.
Well, yeah, it should, since I've been using it, every time I select a Genesis, it should show my custom livery instead of
Justin
the
Slim Friesen
team's.
says, having them tied to a driver lineup it kinda dumb.
Yeah, being the first thing that pops up is kinda not cool. If I select this, then I have all the ZRL things showing up first. Even though I always select mine, it should, go by default to mine. And I don't know why it does not do that. They just hate me. Yeah, I don't know. What does this do? I've never looked at the menu this way. Who uses this? It doesn't give you even the tire warmers fixed setup info. If it would at least give you that kind of info, it would be practical, but it doesn't. So I might as well stick with this one. And sometimes I don't know what the developers are thinking. Or somebody, hired their nephew, didn't know what to give him as a job, and just says, okay, just do whatever. And it kind of feels like, yep, this is the nephew that does whatever. This is his contribution to the game. He pushed a button, and then we got this.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'm dome complaining about LMU. It's getting tiresome.
I'm sorries. I call it content creation. Okay, I don't know what to do now. I think I'm gonna go have a nap. I don't know what to do tonight. You know what we could do tonight? And you're probably not gonna like this idea. But if you want me, I can host Fuji. And we can have ourselves a race
Justin
there.
Slim Friesen says, oh no, you go right ahead. It amuses me. LOL.
Well, I'm glad it amuses you. But if you're open to the idea, I'll host a Fuji tonight. Gonna have to go and work on a setup for Fuji now. Dang it, you. See, I gotta go all through this, even in solo mode where I have no
Justin
team.
Slim Friesen says, we'll see. But I'd prefer Brazil since that's coming up.
Oh, you want Interlagos again? All good with me, honestly.
Justin Slim Friesen says, no, but I could use the practice, lol. Pukey2488 says, I wanted to stream today but we are trying ranked and our rank is Platinum Trishpan 3. Justin Slim Friesen says, is that good?
How dare you
Justin
ask
Slim
that?
Friesen says, I have no idea.
Neither do I, but how dare you ask that question? Oh, did I say safe? I meant balance. Usually I like the aggressive, and if not, then I go to the balanced. I don't fool around with the safe. I don't feel like I'm safe enough. I think my brakes are cold.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I almost always use balanced or safe. The aggressive is too sketchy for me.
Well, we're about to find out. And in GTs, I might kind of agree. But for this Genesis, I find that it's better. That I like it more. See, the car's on rails my first lap out. Cold tires, cold brakes, except for the first corner here where I went straight. I'm still going straight. Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna have to adjust my brakes for that first corner, but okay. Maybe I'm pushing it a bit too much there, but hey, hellos. How are you? Fancy meeting you here. Oh, well, that was mean of the Mustang. But yeah.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Lando, is that you? LOL.
Okay, let's try not to go straight through this first corner here.
2.81.
Where's the braking zone in the hypercar? I guess that's about it. See this? I could pretty much drive right out of the box. I guess I just have to be careful on the acceleration here coming out of this one. So I don't think I need to even attempt to change anything about it. Although I'd probably not even. I like how the temperatures are kind of coming up. Okay. I don't even need brake duct blanking stuff. Okay, passing GT3s on that side is not a good idea. That's like Eau Rouge. Going on the left side is not a good idea. Just wait behind everybody, but stick to the right. Man, I'm meeting all kinds of fancy people here. But okay, for the most part, it's still very stable. I'll shut up now. Oh, is he stopping right there? Okay, he vanished. Kind of feels like they added a rumble function to Moza today. I don't know, there's a little vibration that I'm not used to.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I was noticing that too a few days ago.
Well, I didn't notice any update a few days ago. Before I got on, Moza told me that there was an update.
Justin Slim Friesen says, but yesterday's update seemed to smooth it back out for me.
Okay, so this is an update from yesterday that I did today. Okay. I'm talking about the one, this one. This update. Something different and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. Whoa! Okay. Man, braking behind GT3 cars is really a
Justin Slim Friesen says,
bad thing to do.
maybe there's different updates for Pit House with R12 vs R3?
I'm confused. Okay, yes, I agree. Maybe there is differences. I agree. Man, this corner is really bitchy no matter what I take. Oh man, the balance is even worse than the aggressive. Man, I feel like their balance is AI generated. They make a safe version, then they make an aggressive version, and then they ask AI to do something in between, and it doesn't work out.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL. Justin Slim Friesen says, wonder if they named them wrong.
Well, no, because the aggressive seems more aggressive. But maybe you named them wrong. No, it's just generally the aggressives work better for my kind of driving, I guess. I mean, safe and balance are not supposed to be meaning like idiot-proof and a little bit more idiot-proof.
Justin Slim Friesen says, so maybe you prefer stiffer and more rate?
The thing on hypercars, you do not want stiff suspensions. Just in general. Maybe this car is different. Coming through.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I beg to differ.
Really? Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree. But, yeah, I kind of agree with the rake. Although I didn't change the rake.
Yuki2488 says, well, that was not the breaking point.
No, it was not.
Justin Slim Friesen says, any car that depends on aero generally wants a stiffer setup so there's less variance in how the air flows over the car.
I agree with you. That you are correct. The thing is, when you get to a slow corner, you don't have any aero. Therefore, you're relying on your suspension for grip.
Lap 1:37.44.
I don't know if that makes any sense. I wish we could have the variable aero like in the F1s. That would be fun. I did not turn there as intended. Then again, I'd get myself into trouble with that kind of stuff because I'd forget to push the buttons. Like when you're behind these cars and you have to brake, I would, you know, get some more aero in, and then when you go back on the straight here, you open it up.
Lap time was a 1:36.05.
And you close the arrows again when you get to these corners. That would be fun. Because, yeah, coming down in this, and I had to slow down behind the
Justin
Mustang.
Slim Friesen says, it does. But too soft and you affect the aero in faster corners. And then it's in a wall.
True that, true that. It's all about finding the balance, but hypercars generally want it more on the softer side.
Justin Slim Friesen says, so again, personal preference.
Yes. Personal preference, and depends how good of your skills are to be able to control it. Which, let's face it, I got none. I have a hard time balancing throttle and braking pressures. I'm pretty smooth with the steering wheel and the corners, so I don't tend to jerk the steering wheel around to cause it to lose traction. Ooh, that was close, eh, buddy? That Porsche probably does not like me now. I don't know why I keep upshifting to 5th gear there. It just seems like, oh, we could keep on accelerating, but no, you gotta keep on turning. Not the same philosophy. Yeah, so the rears can be warmer here, definitely. I'm coming, I'm coming. No, I'm not.
That time was a 1:37.38.
Let's stay in 3rd, then go to 4th. And around here, can I go back into 3rd? If I have to, there, see? If I upshift to 5th, then I just go extra wide. Okay, you're gonna go left? You're gonna go right? Are you gonna decide when I decide? Whoa! Man. Yeah, I need to figure something out for this corner. Because you kind of go over the hill and then you kind of lose everything. I'm guessing that's where the dampeners come in. Where you want the chocks to fully push on it.
1:48.58.
So, more rebound.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Sector 3 can be a nightmare.
What do I need? Rebound on the front or the rear or both? I don't know. Probably more on the rear than in the front, since it's the rear that keeps leaving on me. I mean, I already put a bunch of spacers in the front. There, let's try it again. It's hard to say because it never does the same thing twice. Man, Lando, you're slowing everybody up. I wish there was a handbrake. Sometimes I really wish I could just brake here and spin out. uh, okay, we want fast rebound. Actually, just a little bit more in the front, but more on the rear. I should probably change my tires after that braking thing that I did there. Let's change these tires. Oh, and I also said I wanted some blanking in the rear. I want to go into fifth here.
Yuki2488 says, Justin, do you know how much the Porsche Cup car costs in iRacing?
Yeah, how much does any car cost in iRacing? I'm guessing you got the $15.99 car that's super crappy, and then the $35.95.
Yuki2488 says, too much.
Hyper Genesis that Jeeps wants is going to be $35.95.
Justin Slim Friesen says, let me check. Yuki2488 says, okay. Justin Slim Friesen says, cars are 11.95 Canadian.
All of them, there's not one more expensive than the other. And sometimes they're on special at half price. I'm guessing not.
Justin Slim Friesen says, tracks are 14.95.
Ooh, that hurts. Yeah, that's gonna cost me 300 bucks.
Yuki2488 says, €7 goddamn.
Yep. Yeah, man. That's 300 bucks of tracks. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Brake, turn, turn, brake, brake, turn. might have ourselves a winner here. Man, I'm meeting all kinds of fancy people on this track today. Oh, he did not like me. See, people would not expect AI to do that kind of stuff, but they do it to me. I think that while I'm sleeping, Eden is rewriting a lot of them.
Says, €9 a month plus €7 for Porsche Cup car plus a gazillion for good tracks if crazy.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yet it ain't cheap.
Yeah, I see why Dale likes it so much.
Justin Slim Friesen says, but I think that cost is a big reason the racing is better there. Keeps the casuals away.
Yeah, but every once in a blue moon, Daddy has to let his kid and his wife try the game out. That's when things get ugly.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL. Huki2488 says, I'd rather play LMU with casuals and no sweats.
Well, by the casuals, he means people that don't give a hoot if they wreck people's races or not.
Huki2488 says, I am like those people.
Kind of noticed in the few couple of races that we did, like you wear that red badge proudly. Ooh. It did kind of want to snap on me there. It didn't, but it kind of wanted to.
Justin Slim Friesen says, fun fact, iRacing has never raised their prices. If you think it's expensive now, it was outrageous 2008.
Lap 135.8.
Well, it's like Star Citizen, you know, man? I mean, I had that game 14 years ago, had one ship that they gave to me for free. And I would have had to pay for the game, the ships, and wait 7 years before I can even take it out on a test flight. And some of these bundles were like $1,500 for a ship.
488 says, yeah, I got that badge after I pushed a merc that was begging for push cause he ran out of fuel and I did not bother to do more ranked racing.
Well, I think I'm gonna change some of the requirements for free liveries. Must have a trusted badge. Took them a long time to
Yuki2488 says, that is rude.
that is rude.
Time 1.
Took them a long time. I think this week they fixed the uploading errors. But it still takes me a couple of times to upload a livery. Like, it'll tell me, yes, it uploaded, everything's good. You will be notified when it becomes available for your team. And then the next thing I know, it never is available for my team. So I gotta go back in, hit the upload button, get another message saying that, yes, everything's fine, uploaded to race control. You will be notified when you can use it for your team, and then still nothing. So it's still very wanky, but not as bad. Like, not this week, but the week before, I had to constantly hit the upload button for an hour straight, and eventually it would upload. Who has an hour to waste pushing a button for a livery to upload? But now that it's a little bit more stable, I don't mind
Lap 137.1.
doing it now again, I guess. Almost made the mistake there of staying in 5th gear. Sometimes it feels so good until it's too late. Whoa! I kind of feel like that was battery something. Maybe the brake bias needs some tweaking. I never pay attention to my battery. It's 75% it says. I didn't run out of battery there. I'm just gonna have to be extra careful. But okay, this is much better than it was when I first got it. Good enough for a 2.1. We used to be able to highlight these and just type over it and it would do everything. Okay, this is Fuji.
Yuki2488 says, I would say that is too much battery.
Hyper Jenna version 2.1. Save setup, assign, and that's my starting point. Okay, it's 4 o'clock in the evening. Time for me to cook my pizza and have a walk with the kitties on this nice sunny day. It's actually up to 9 degrees. Feels like 7, but it's 9 degrees outside. It's, I think, the warmest day so far this year.
Justin Slim Friesen says, alright guys. Later.
Yep. Tonight we can do Fuji, we can do Interlagos, we can do several races. I'm up for that. So, okie dokies. Laters, alligators.